experiencing issues within your marriage, whatever's happening in your love relationship with your significant other has everything to do with your own relationship. In other words, your relationship with you. Hello, my name is Joan Small. As a wellness facilitator, I provide a unique and safe approach to healing relationships and transitioning through divorce through the skills and training that I have through as a registered nurse and certified synergy therapist, specializing in body, mind, emotion integration. So what do I mean by relationship with you? Well, when you were born, you were that little innocent mini miracle. And you saw and you took in all the things that you experienced. And you didn't know the real logic of what was happening, but you picked them up in your sensory system. You discovered what felt good, what sounded wrong, what tasted good or yucky, what you saw, what was gentle touch, and what wasn't. And then your experiences expanded to the outside world where you connected with other family members, authority figures such as teachers, extended family, religious beliefs, fellow students. You discovered movies and TV and social media and many other things. And all those experiences registered with your body's sensory system and became contained within you physically. From the beginning, all you wanted was to be loved, cared for, and safe. And your primary loved ones were your parents, and that's where you felt that's where you got your needs met. You would do anything to please them in order to get love. So you created beliefs about love based on your upbringing. And those beliefs have continued to develop through into your adulthood and into your relationships. Chances are your perception of a marriage relationship was from what you observed with your own parents. And if you were raised in a healthy, happy, supportive home, you felt safe, loved, and secure. If you were raised in a home where your loving parents were abusive to each other, you have a very different view on what a marriage relationship is like. So exploring these stories are an important part of the therapy work that I do. Developing an awareness of the communication that your parents had is directly related to how you can improve your communication with people in your life today. I've had clients believe that as children, they were responsible for their parents getting angry at each other. And they would be defenseless or feel defenseless and not know how to stop their parents. And of course they wouldn't. They were only 5 years old. How would they have the skills to be able to know how to do that? One of my clients discovered by throwing a temper tantrum, that would really work. Now she would get negative response from her parents and sometimes be disciplined, but she did get her goal. She stopped her parents from fighting. But this belief is something that she carried on into adult life, and this is how she discovered that she could deal with controversy and anger, was having an adult, so we called temper tantrum. Another one of my clients shared how she struggled with making decisions in her relationship and in her adult life. And as we were going through the discovery process in a session, she remembered a time when she was 7 years of age. And her mother was emotionally ill. And her father came to the school and sat down with her and her teacher. And the teacher and father said to her, "So what are we going to do to make your mother get better?" And she got really upset because she didn't have an answer to that. And no wonder. I mean, she was only 7 years old, and all of a sudden she was put into a position of an adult problem-solving role. So she soaked up in her little sensory self that she couldn't make good decisions and took that into her adult life. So to heal the relationship with oneself, a person needs to make a connection to one's early childhood that you experienced and address the misconceptions that you created so you can create new beliefs and new ways of being more effective in your life today. So here you are today as an adult in a relationship, perhaps one that is not serving you well, and you're wondering what direction to go. Ask yourself, do I love this man or woman? Do I feel supported? And can I depend on my partner? Do I like him or her? Do I feel safe? Or am I simply in love with my partner's potential, intent on hopefully that he will change according to what your direction is for him? Many a time we do stay in relationship because we are in love with the potential of the person that we're in relationship with. We feel we can fix that person, or maybe one day he or she will get better. If this has ever been your experience, you know the pain and upsetting down times that can happen. And of course, there are those occasional euphoric glimpses of how wonderful your partner can be, or how the relationship could be wonderful. I call these infrequent positive times the teasers that keep us in a marriage relationship. My own personal relationship developed like that. In order to handle the ups and downs, my mission was to maintain normalcy in a dysfunctional relationship. I had memories of a fun-loving, personable husband, a successful businessman, and great father. But situations happened in our life, and he responded with unhealthy choices that soon influenced the safety of our family situation. And I owed it to my daughters to show them that this is not a great example of a healthy relationship. Separation and subsequent divorce were the last things I had originally envisioned happening in my life. It was quite a surprise to many outsiders that we finally split up because we had done such a good job giving the impression that we were the ideal family. And this is a recurring theme in many of the stories I hear from my clients, from their own relationship experiences. In my story, I was giving a dysfunctional man too much power in trying to protect my family. And protection is another familiar coping mechanism that many of us know, and one that I really know from my own upbringing. And there's nothing wrong with protection and protecting yourself and your loved ones. It is a positive strength, but when overused, becomes a weakness. In this situation, I protected by covering up and restricting my husband from taking the responsibility for his actions. We all come into the world with our unique personalities and strengths that dictate the way we react to external events. And sometimes things happen to us that in our life that really throw us off, and consequently become the catalyst to extreme or maybe destructive behaviors that we adopt. And these can negatively affect our relationship with others and the relationship with ourselves. So if these behaviors are not working, it's important to seek help. And as a therapist, I want to see the people I'm helping feel confident and have the courage to make healthy life decisions. Many of us start in relationships feeling that emotional love connection, believing that we have found the ultimate person, maybe our soulmate, and we'll always be with them for the rest of our life. Then one day you realize that you're in a situation where you are settling for less. You maybe experience feelings of hurt, confusion, being alone, maybe fear. Sometimes blame is being expressed between partners. And maybe you go into a mode of survival, or life has just lost its luster. And this is how a client of mine felt when she first walked into my office. Her body posture was an indication of her story. She walked with a soldier-like gait. Her shoulders sloped forward as if she was carrying the load of the world on her shoulders. Perhaps this is familiar to some of you. Her story was that she felt like she was the sole responsible person in her family. And not just her own immediate family, but the extended family and all their needs. And she was dealing with some traumatic experiences as well. Her final comment as she was sharing her history was, "I'm afraid that my marriage is on the rocks." Then, after about 5 sessions, she arrived at my office and she said, "Do you know what? Do you know what my husband said to me? He said, 'It's so nice to see me more comfortable in my own skin.'" This client was finally feeling heard and valued, something that we all want and need in life. To hear her husband say that he actually saw her was the recognition she had been looking for a long time. And not just the key issue of feeling valued and understood, it boosted her self-confidence. She no longer went into a restaurant and sat with her back against the wall. She began to trust and make decisions for her own needs and health. This woman was able to change her perspective and save her marriage because she took the opportunity to change the relationship with herself. How we feel inside integrates with our physical body. And if we have some emotional imbalances, it affects us physically. And if we hurt physically, it creates emotional memories in our body. As a result, ailments can manifest, such as digestive conditions, body tension, migraines, skin conditions, heartaches, and weight issues, or emotionally manifest in fear, anger, anxiety, increased depression. And it's important to address these ailments before they create chronic or life-threatening conditions. This woman sought my assistance because she felt overwhelmed emotionally and was feeling the resultant physical symptoms. And after 5 sessions, she was able to take a look at their perspective and save her marriage because she had taken that opportunity to change the relationship within herself. So whether you are unhappy and think about the possibility of separating, or in the middle of a divorce procedure, or have completed the divorce process, you need to take care of you. You need to heal by realigning yourself, and with my guidance, focus on your primary relationship, and that's your relationship with you. I can help you replace the emotional and physical hurts to create new positive beliefs so that you can feel confident and courageous enough to make the necessary choices that you have to make calmly and logically. I'm here for you. I'm on your side. Reach out and contact me now. I'm Joan Small, your Synergy Solution, providing a safe place of listening and validation so that you can have a fulfilling, loving life that you deserve.